They're notifying viewers that we are live.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's when we can flip it.
Flip it where?
Make it where it's mirrored. Hold on.
She's calling. Hello. Just nope. Enhance effects. That we want the enhance. We want this mirror your video. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, you're so good, Clover.
Thank you. I learned that. Let's see. Can I read it? Do you have one that says your name on it? Wait. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah. Was someone on?
Hello, Rosita.
Hi.
This is Clover. And I'm Shannon.
So right now we're baking.
Yes, we're baking keto style. I have a keto bakery in Alabama, Fathead Fanny. And today I'm making fathead dough and biscuits. Plain biscuits, spicy cheddar biscuits. I've got the oven. Can you check Clover to see how the full volume is as far as people it's being picked up?
Oh yes. Sorry.
That's okay. So I'm doing fathead biscuits, plain, and spicy cheddar. And they're about 2.5 to 3 net carbs each. And I've got cheese melting in the microwave right now.
Okay, some other people have joined.
Okay, this is
Your audio's doing great.
mozzarella cheese and cream cheese melting. I'm gonna melt it for a few more seconds just to get it. I've got a few burnt edges, and I'll take those out as I'm incorporating it in. So I'm doing cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, egg, and almond flour, baking powder, and when I get it a dough-like consistency, I'm going to weigh out the dough balls, make biscuits, and then I'll get them in the oven. I'm going to do quite a few. I'll do a total of 32 plain biscuits and 32 spicy cheddar biscuits. In our bakery, we specialize in fathead breads. We don't do plain breads, but we do like pizza crust, fathead dough pizza crust. And then we also do muffins and cookies and cupcakes, birthday cakes. We don't get too fancy, but we're the only keto bakery in Alabama. I started out as a cottage food baker. Actually, before that, I started out as a coffee roaster, and I still roast coffee here in Alabama. And I was in the grocery stores at Whole Foods in Alabama with my cold brew. And when I started doing keto baking, I lost 125 pounds, and I started selling. I'm in North Alabama, and I go down to Birmingham to deliver my coffee at Whole Foods, and I would meet people in the parking lot and deliver the breads and cookies, and I used to make donuts. That was one of the big things I'd make. So people would order those and meet me in the parking lot, and this is where I actually put my hands in it. I got gloves on. I wash my hands a lot. And meet me in the parking lot, and what's that, babe? Oh, would you put that in the sink, but get me a fresh rag and dip it in the water that's in the right-hand sink? No, not that. Just put that in the middle sink. And then get me a clean rag and dip that in the water, and then bring it over here. Just set it next to me after you bring it out. So we gotta get some sanitized water.
The tablet water?
Put it in. So they meet me at the parking lot as I was at Whole Foods, and I would deliver actually a lot in the parking lot. I was selling more in the parking lot than I was actually in Whole Foods with my coffee. So I opened up a bakery, and that was over 3 years ago now that we've been open. And I do my coffee, and I've got my But I cut back on the coffee since I started doing. Just put it right here. Thank you. But I cut back on the coffee since we're doing a lot of keto baking. That was been the real focus, what people wanted. And I still do the coffee, but I do it mostly to select. I have a few vendors. Like I service a few breweries in the area, and I don't do Whole Foods anymore. It was just getting to be too much traveling for myself because we weren't big enough to do it really big. So it's nice to stay in one spot and not have to leave all the time. So we're doing great, and then the pandemic hit. And right before the pandemic hit, we became a restaurant. And the restaurant was getting, we were huge. Oh, thank you, Perplexity. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So, what's that?
Take back the work sign and put it out.
Yeah, please. Thank you. My daughter is on Christmas or fall break right now. So anyway, I'm from Alabama. I don't know if it's my accent or what, but anyway, I started after we started the restaurant. It was going great, and it was huge, and then the pandemic hit. And after the pandemic hit, we closed down for just a little while and then opened back up, but closed the shop. So we were going to farmers markets and meeting people outside with their orders. And we actually tripled our sales from the year before, and it was amazing. And then I am Kanami. I'm making fathead dough. Going to make biscuits. They're keto. So our sales went crazy last year, and then this year our employees started dropping off. And I'm the only employee left, and we do just we're not as busy as we were. I think there was a big push for local last year. So now I have more time. I closed the shop more days, and we have more time to do other things. I'm keto coaching, I'm baking. I just have a lot of projects I'm working on right now. So I'm looking for, this is what I'm looking for. Alexa, what's 925 divided by 16? So I'm dividing my dough. That's not enough. We won't get as many out here as I want, so I'm just going to keep making dough. So I'm making plain biscuits right now. I'm going to put this over. Oops, will you pick that up for me? Thanks. We just had a whole stack of your hands fall.
3. Maybe we should clean up the stack and get ready.
Thank you. So Clover is on fall break. She's my daughter, and she is just turned 12. We have another daughter at home who is 9. Thank you, Clover. So I'm weighing these out to about 65 grams each, and you can see I'm just rolling, and then I just kind of mash them a little bit, and it's a biscuit. Once I get these on the pan, I'll put them in the oven. The home ovens, it's a little harder sometimes. I'm getting out like some of the harder pieces of the cheese. It's hard to get the dough to rise in your home. So you want to make sure that your oven is really hot. If you make these in a home oven, if you've got a convection oven, it's the best. But it's still got to be really hot. So what I do, if I was doing it at home, even here, I try to work the dough when it's really hot. So I melt the cheese together and then work it as fast as I can. And it will help the dough rise better. The faster you get it going. The more it starts to cool, the dough doesn't. It gets kind of rubbery. So the faster you can get it in the oven, the better. So if I wasn't talking, I'd probably throw this dough ball already. but that's okay. I got all my ingredients out, and I pre-measured everything so I don't have to stop and do that. I even cracked a few bowls of eggs. So what questions? Do we have any questions?
No.
Are you guys doing keto, or do you do your own keto baking? Okay. I love, I never thought I would open up a bakery ever. I just love doing it. It's very relaxing, and I really like the food. I could eat this way forever if I have to.
Do you share Facebook?
Do you know how to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just share it. Oh, yeah. Most comfortable.
I'm actually supposed to be in a meeting. I work for the Keto Diet app, and I'm one of their keto coaches. And I didn't realize I was supposed to be in a meeting, but I had already planned this because we hit 1,000 followers today. So it was our goal to hit, as soon as we hit 1,000, we would go live, because that was a big deal for us. And my daughters actually wanted me to do TikTok.
Mainly the younger one.
Mostly the younger one.
Yeah, but we understood that this would be an opportunity we could not miss. It was just so
Yes.
amazing.
It was so amazing. Clover does really good graphic design, and she helps me. You do. She can learn anything.
Except for math.
Oh, but you're on the math team.
True.
So I'm just rolling out the dough as fast as I can. It's very good dough. The weather is weird. Sometimes the weather will make it where the dough is really sticky. It's been sprinkling here. It's almost like it's the perfect weather right now for the dough. I don't know. Let's see how the next dough ball does.
Okay, is this one good? Is this good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Maybe it's something.
There's a hard piece of cheese. Melt it. The edges of the cheese, when you melt them together, you gotta watch them because the grease will cause them to burn a little bit. And I always get the little burnt pieces out. All right, let's see. Perfect. This made, I usually do 8 in a pack, and this probably made, let's see. $14. So for some reason, I didn't weigh out the ingredients perfectly. There's a lot of variables sometimes, but that's okay. The next one might have a little bit more. So I try to get 16 on the thing. Now I only had 14. So now I'm going to start my next batch. It's mozzarella. This one is to do 16 mixed biscuits. 2 cups of mozzarella and a half a block of cream cheese. Now, of course, I'm doing a bigger batch than you do at home. So the batches, like you can just look online for fathead dough recipes. There's tons of them. But this will show you some techniques if you're interested. In the future, I'll do some pizza crusts. I do lots of pizza crust. I'm just going to do 2 minutes. I'm going to grab a quick sip. All right, so I'm going to do another batch of double batch of biscuits. But so when you're doing this at home, some tips would be get your eggs to room temperature, or kind of to room temperature. Get your cheese to room temperature. That way it doesn't take so long to melt. I melt them for a couple minutes in the microwave, then I stir, and I like to get it real runny. I burnt myself on my coffee roaster, just barely, and it's left a scar. The faster you work the dough, the more it'll rise. Make sure your oven's real good and hot before you put things in there. And you wanna, I better put a timer on here so I don't, I usually do 6 minutes. But if you have an air fryer, you can make biscuits in the air fryer, and just, you can do like little balls, like even smaller than what I did, and just make some garlic knots or something like that. And do them in the air fryer. It's so hot that it might cook the outside more before it cooks the inside. So you can play with it if you have an air fryer. It's even better than the oven, in my opinion. But the commercial oven is the best. It's so fast. These will be done in like 8 or 9 minutes. Any questions?
Yeah.
Got some eggs already cracked, ready for my.
Careful not to hit the thing.
I made it too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just this.
Okay. So I'm going to give this a little smash together, and then put it back in. Also, if I like to do this, this bowl is not the perfect bowl. It's it's plastic, so it was made in the U.S. and it's safe for microwaving, but I don't know. So if you're doing this at home, you might not want to use a plastic bowl. It fits this microwave perfectly, so that's one reason why I use it. But I like to microwave it together to get it super runny, and then add the dry ingredients, and then put the eggs on top and mix it like a dough. And then weigh it and divide it in how many. I also do bagels with this. The bagels, I like to form them by hand, but I also have one of those silicone donut molds, and that will actually do perfect bagels. But I weigh those out. I weigh those out to 120 grams each, and the biscuits I like to weigh out at 65 grams each. But if it gets too bubbly around the sides and you leave it in there for just a few extra seconds, the ends will get kind of crusty and like burnt cheese, and it will it sizzles, and then it gets hard. So that's why I picked out all the little hard pieces in the last one. This one won't have any because it didn't have any. I watched it too close. Not too close, but just the right amount. Sure. So most of the time when I'm in the kitchen these days, I'm by myself. My kids are at school and I'm at my shop, and I have no employees, and I'm not even trying to hire people at this point, because whenever I've hired somebody, they either didn't show up, or I taught them everything I knew and then they were gone. And it was just like, I don't know what the deal is. I thought I knew, but I don't really know what people are doing these days. But before the pandemic, I had a lot of employees, and now I can't find one employee. And even my really great employees, they had reasons why they left, and everyone had a different reason. And so now it's just easy if I just do it myself. So I try to do the dough when I'm not open, because anything that involves dough, because I don't like to leave the dough unattended while I'm making it, because if I leave it too long, it'll get cold, and then I can reheat it in the microwave, but it's still not the same. It's like, it's best if you can just work it and get it in the oven as fast as you can. And so if I was doing this while customers were coming in, I have to stop too many times. So at 3 o'clock, and I'm in Central Time, I closed my shop today, and so now I'm making biscuits for tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll make something easy like cookies or something that I can leave if somebody comes in. But it's hard to get everything done when I'm answering the phones, I'm checking social media, I'm making lattes, and it can be hard sometimes. This one's a really good ball. So I measured out to see 65 each. You like this song, Clover?
It's kind of cringy.
I like to listen to 80s music when I work, but I also like to listen to all kinds of stuff. Sure. Clover likes to make TikToks.
But not,
She's too young to have her own.
and to be honest, I don't.
She would rather do mine than have her own. She said, and that's fine with me. I'm gonna take my gloves off. These are disposable. Just a Barbie. I take my gloves off and on a lot. They just throw them away. I get a big box of the disposable kind.
Where is it?
These look good, huh?
Where is it?
This what? My phone? Oh, it's my pocket.
Why does it keep
You
putting
have to
it
get
in
it
your
out of
pocket?
my pocket though. I can touch it. Thank you. So I just throw them away because I don't want. It's just easier, touching eggs and stuff. So I like these because I even use them to put down on my scale. And it keeps the food off the scale. It helps me keep it clean. They're super cheap. And then if I have to go do something, I just take them off, throw them away, and then I can put more back on. And if I step away, I wash my hands and do all that. But if I'm just right here and not into more stuff. But I keep a whole box right here with me. And there was a shortage on them during the pandemic. As soon as I saw the supply chain going low, I went and bought gloves and parchment paper because those are two things that we do go through quite a bit. And I barely made it before I was able to get more. But this year we're not as busy as we were last year, and it's especially with just one person working. I had to quit doing the farmers markets because I can't do the farmers markets by myself. I'm getting too old for that, I guess. It's a lot of work just to prepare for a farmers market, but then to actually go and out in the heat and take everything. And by the time you're talking to people, you're so tired. It's like, but the farmers markets are a lot of fun. I love doing them. It's just I don't. If I had help, I would totally want to keep doing them. We have some really good farmers markets here. So where's everyone from? We're from North Alabama. Fathead Fanny is the name of my bakery. When Clover comes back in, she can help keep me updated. But just let me know where you're from. My biscuits are looking good. Just gonna rotate them a little bit. My oven is pretty old. I don't know if you can see these. I'll bring them up close when I come out. Just for another 2 minutes. as much as I change my gloves, it takes me a long time to go through a box. I don't bake every single day of the week. I'm here 4 days a week. I do keto coaching, and I also teach ESL online, and they are actually, the kids I teach are on a break. They're not allowed to get tutored when kids in China when they're on a holiday or when they're on vacation or on the weekends now. So that freed up a lot of my time, which was kind of nice because I was working a lot, and I love it, but I really needed a break. Okay, let's see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did I count this one? Perfect. Okay, perfect. I still need to get 2 more plain biscuits. I caught it, barely. Okay, let me get another. By the time these other ones are going in, I'll be putting more. Now these are going to come out in just a second, so. They smell like Grand's biscuits. No kidding. They smell really good. Sometimes I will I'll put sausage in the middle and put the dough around it and put cheese on top and make sausage stuffed biscuits with sausage, and they are so good. And sometimes I take the dough and I'll roll it out and make like a little, almost like a tortilla, but not that big, and put ham and cheese or pepperoni and pizza sauce, different cheeses, and roll them up and make a roll. We do ham and cheese rolls, pizza rolls. Sometimes I'll make different flavored buns and make some sandwiches. We have a meat cutter, a slicer from, and we get Boar's Head delivered here. And so sometimes I'll do some fancy meats and cheeses. And, you know, with me being the only one here, it's kind of just whatever I do, and then I'll let people know here. But we are going to ship. So I'll keep you guys posted on shipping. We were shipping before the pandemic, and it was great. We were shipping all over the country, but now we had to stop because it wasn't getting to where it was supposed to be. And now we're going to try it again, but we're not going through the post office because they have been very unreliable. And so we're doing UPS. I've sent out a batch to Brooklyn earlier this week, and it's supposed to be there today, so we will see if it made it. So I'm going to be doing like 2-day mail, and it can get expensive, but if shipping is something that you're interested in, you can always message me. I will be posting later like shipping, what we can ship, but it's not something that like, it's not going to be cheap to ship. So it's like if you want a lot of pizza crust, you could, because you can freeze everything. Get things at one time to last you a while. The biscuits work really well in the freezer. Okay, so we got a couple batches of plain. gonna start another I have somebody to call. I have a keto coaching session at 4 o'clock today. Like I said, I do keto coaching, and I do it through myself, and I also do it through the Keto Diet app. And I have a lot of clients, which I love, and they're doing great. Like, it's so great to see people progress, and everyone's different. What they need is different. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. But it's so great seeing other people succeed and help them through their journey. And there's a lot of times where you might get stuck while you're doing keto and give up because you think it's not working anymore. But really, it's just time to change it up a little bit. Try something different. Not just, just sometimes going ketovore is great. Sometimes going carnivore or really low carb, or maybe starting fasting is really great, will help. So I've had a few clients that are doing so well, and I'm so proud of them. And it's really great to see other people help them. So I do that I got certified last year, over a year ago now, to keto coach. I've had my restaurant and bakery for over 3 years. Okay, we got that going. We're gonna do spicy cheddar biscuits next, and I'm gonna crack a few eggs. I've got cheddar cheese that I've got ready to go, and I've got some Elverden's Red Hot seasoning. It's my very favorite product ever, and I actually know the couple that owns the company. I went to high school with the woman, and their stuff is really good. They sell a lot of grocery stores down here, and I don't know. They're Old Verdens. I'm going to change my gloves in just a second and show you the Old Verdens. Oh, I got it. It's right. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to wash my hands again real quick. Okay. What about first? I think I'm going to burn my cheese. Okay. We have 2 people calling us. I can hear my cheese popping. Really? Yeah, that means I got a lot of grease in it. And, oh, it's perfect. Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead and put my glove on real quick so I can stir this up. And the main reason I'm using a glove on this is so I don't get my hands dirty. Because I'm touching this part. It's hot in here. The kitchen gets really hot, and it's humid and hot outside right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but you're gonna check it for me. But it's about to storm here, and I think it's gonna be storming all night. And our electricity went out like 3 times, or actually a lot yesterday. I don't even know how many times.
So there's a flash flood warning.
Flash flood warning, okay.
And it says it's 676. That may be today's. Yeah,
It's
that's right.
76 right now. It's just so humid right now. Get something to drink real quick.
It feels like it's 77.
And what's the actual temperature?
76. Feels warmer than it actually is. And it says today is cloudy.
Yep, it's gonna rain. Any questions out there?
Yeah, it's not what I said. No.
Love Aretha Franklin. Alexa, volume 4.
I just made.
Alexa,
Here, I'll just do it for you.
volume 5. It didn't move up.
Oh yeah, no, we did.
That's what I'm doing. You can turn it, you can go around on the other side, Clover, if you want. Just hit the plus button. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I've got the dry ingredients, which is almond flour and baking powder, and I put it on top of the hot mozzarella cheese, cream cheese mixture. And now I'm adding my 3 eggs. This makes a big batch. If you make a batch of this, and you're not gonna eat it all, like whatever you're not gonna eat, just freeze it in freezer bags in the oven, I mean in the freezer, and they last for months, and you just take one out as you need them. And I used to take my own buns to the when I go out to eat, and I don't like the keto buns that are out there. I thought I did. I tried them. They do have gluten. Most of them have gluten in them, and I'm trying not to do gluten, even though I mean I don't eat a lot of gluten, but I don't really want to eat gluten after. You know, when I do, I can tell my face will get a little red.
Oh, do you like that keto bread from like Walmart or something? Remember that one? Did you like that one?
I liked it for just 5 minutes.
And then you're like, eh.
Well, I bought it once, the keto bread, it's black and white on the package. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
My oven is like, it doesn't circulate the air real great. I gotta turn, it's a used oven that I'm very thankful for.
It's a very nice one.
Thank you. I actually have a coffee roaster and oven, and I've got some big, huge refrigerators. If I ever went out of business, I think I'd want to keep everything. I love my tables. So the keto bread, I first of all, I don't like the Aldi keto bread. I don't like any of that kind of keto bread. I've never had one that I really like. To me, it's just a way to get butter or something else in your mouth, and I could just do that without it. But I did like some of the buns I tried, and then I bought a pack and thought these are pretty good. And then I bought I bought 2 packs, and I thought, oh, you know, I'm just gonna eat hamburgers all week. I can eat the same thing every night. It's no big deal for me. And so I had them in the cabinet. And, you know, my bread, if you were to leave it out on the counter for 4 days, the taste would be different than the first day. It wouldn't be bad, it would just taste different. It wouldn't taste as good. And, you know, after 5 days, you might see some mold going on it. If you were just to leave it out. It's all natural ingredients. There's no preservatives or anything. So, you know, I always recommend people to either take some and put them in the fridge. If you're eating within a couple days, leave a couple on the counter, put a couple in the fridge, and then put the rest in the freezer. I can never finish a whole pack. Even, like, I'll get 8, and I'll put them in the refrigerator, and I'll have one every day, and then by the 7th day, I've already got a new pack, so I end up throwing one away. So, but anyway, I had a couple packs of the keto buns from one of the grocery stores, and I need to itch my nose. I have to wash my hands. So I got them, and really, I noticed they kind of hurt my stomach. They had so much fiber in them, and I had them for a long time, like a few weeks, and then I thought, uh-oh, you know, those buns are still in the cabinet. And I pulled them out, and they looked perfectly brand new, and there was nothing wrong with them. And I thought, ugh, that's kind of weird, because, you know, they must have a lot of preservatives. I'm trying to turn these around to get them even. Put them in the middle. Alexa, next. So, see how far I can get with this before my buzzer goes off. So this is our first live. We're super excited because we hit 1,000. And
Yeah, there you go.
I do go through these, but I tell you, there's 500 in a pack. And believe it or not, most of the time I can use them a lot longer before I get rid of them. See, I think talking and doing this at the same time slows me down just a little bit. Because normally, by the time I take out one, I'm putting in another one, or I've got putting in sometimes two at the same time. And my daughter is the moderator. When she comes back in, I'll ask her if there's any questions. You can ask any questions about keto, about baking, about keto baking, about losing weight on keto, about cottage food baking if you want to bake from home. I have a lot of tips. Any questions, Clover? So before I had no employees, I would have a lot of fun at work, talking to coworkers, and while we're baking. And usually we would work in teams of 2 and bake and talk and bake and talk and bake and talk. It was so much fun. I miss that. So this is nice. It is really hot in here. The oven and I'm wearing these leggings, and it's humid outside. Feels way hotter. It says it feels hotter, a little hotter, but it feels a lot hotter to me. Next week, I'll be roasting coffee, so I'll probably do a live while I'm roasting coffee. It's real dangerous, so I'll be careful. What? What? Live stream when I'm roasting? Yeah, it'll be dangerous. Probably just a little bit. She'll help me. Okay. Yes, you'll be gone. My youngest daughter's going to come help me on Saturday because her dad is going to probably Montgomery and take Clover So I'll be here with Aaron. Okay, we'll see how many we got this time. Okay, I have one left over, so that means I can use that in one of the batches that I just had. And hopefully the next batch will have one left over. I needed 2 extras from the first batch. It was kind of light on the batch. But when you got another person working, one can be rolling out the dough, and another one can be mixing it in the microwave, or adding it, or forming biscuits. I like doing bagels. They don't take very long. The biscuits don't take very long either. The pizza crust take up a lot of space. They don't take very long. They take up a lot of space. You have to use more pans. What? Yeah, I'm gonna bag them. They gotta cool off though, so we might not do it live. We might bag a few live. These are gonna be the spicy cheddar. Oh, I'll show you Red Hot. Red Hot by Old Verdens is so good. We sell it here at the shop, but you can buy it a lot of places. They're out of Tennessee, and they just opened up their own shop, like a local goods store. I think in Knoxville, but I'm not sure. What about it? Do you need a new one? Is that what you're saying? There's a box of them down there. Okay. Clover's helping me clean. Thank you, Clover.
Aaron be jealous.
Yes, the other daughter would be jealous. She likes to clean at the shop. She asked me the other day, would you clean the bath? Can I clean the bathroom, Mommy? No. Yes, you can.
I didn't see it.
Okay, so these look great. Clover, do I have any comments that I need to address?
They are right here.
Can you actually just tell me, the moderator? Any questions?
Can you say happy birthday, Obed?
Happy birthday,
Obed?
Obed. Happy birthday, Obed. Is that right, Obed? Happy birthday, Obed. Happy birthday. You want to sing happy birthday with me?
Sure.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Obed. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. My birthday was last week, September 30th. Clover's birthday was yes. She turned 12 just the week before my birthday. This song was popular when I was in college. So here's the Old Verdens. I love Old Verdens, Red Hot. I also use their Verde. They have other seasonings too, but this, I used to take this in my car when I'd go places, and my buns. I'd take my own buns and my Red Hot. It's like, why even bother paying somebody to feed you stuff when you bring your own food? But I love this stuff. And we don't go out to eat anymore right now. So I just use it at home or here. Okay, so we've got the spicy cheddar biscuits and one plain biscuit and going in the oven now. I'm going to do another batch. One last batch. Pretty soon I'm going to, I sterilized all this before I started. Got cooling racks on top of here. ready. And I'll change my gloves. So if you ever get eggshell in your egg, you can take the other part of the eggshell and dip it in there, and it should scoop. It scoops right back into the eggshell. I don't know why. It's a thing. I'm sure a lot of people have their own tricks. I don't even know who showed me that. One more egg. Nope, that's it. This is all my eggs. Will you put this in the sink? The first sink. I have a 3-compartment sink here because that's what the laws require. And if we build a house, I want one in my house. They're so easy to clean. Wash dishes so fast that, like, I wash the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher at home anyway. And if I could just dip, wash, dip, and dry, I would. Okay. Oh, there's a lag. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so that when things go, they do that slightly. It's not lagging necessarily. It's more of, it has a delay.
Cool. Okay. So I'm melting my cheese, and I'm on my last batch, and then we're going to start, seeing what's cool enough to bag. I have a call, in 8 minutes, so I need to hurry and get these in the oven, and then I got to get on my call, a keto coaching call. But I have clients around the world, and it's awesome because I get to meet all kinds of really awesome people. And some people just need a little bit of tweaking, and some people need a lot of work. And I started out at 350 pounds, and now I still work on myself. I have a trainer that I work with, and I've gained a lot of muscle. Like, I had lost a lot of muscle, I think, when I first lost weight. And now I'm gaining muscle and really working on getting healthy and losing weight at the same time. So I'm a work in progress. But I don't worry about it. I just try to feel good and eat right, and try to just stay away from things that like gluten and sugar and high glycemic foods, and that makes me feel well enough to work and do all the things that I can do in a day. And before, I felt like I was going to die all the time. I felt like I'd go to sleep and then I would just die and not wake up. And now I feel like I'm good enough to do everything. But I do a lot in one day, and it makes me happy that I can. I have young kids. I'm an older mom, so I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. And my husband and I, we're just late at starting a family because we didn't meet each other until we were late, older. Okay, so this is one tip with the dough. I'll see like videos of people using a mixer or a food processor, and honestly, I don't think that's the way to go. Pizza crust would probably be okay, but the less you touch the dough, the better. Move it fast, get it incorporated fast, and then start making the product. Because the more you touch it, the more dense it becomes. And at one time, we've tried using a big mixer to incorporate it, and it seemed like it was going to be great, but I noticed if we did it for very long, the dough just felt real dense and just like grease. It was, I didn't like it. Like this right here, you know, if I was to put some oils on this for a few, like a couple minutes, it'd be a little puffed out by the time I came back. But what I'll do is I'll get it on the pan. I'm going to actually free up the pan right now. Get it on the pan, and then get it in the oven and get it puffed up that way. So the faster I can get it in there, the bigger the biscuits will turn out. My hands are just getting sweaty from the heat. I've got another rack on the other side of the room. Pan here. Alexa, next. I like an excess. and see what works, but really trying to grow my audience for your education and for my business. We'll be shipping a few items, and I'll have that listed soon. The closer you are to Alabama, the faster it'll get to you. Ooh, these are looking good. Just a couple more minutes on that. I'm gonna throw these gloves away and get some fresh ones. My hands are just, they're not sweaty, maybe they are a little sweaty. They're just kind of damp from the movement. So these are spicy cheddar fathead biscuits. And I'm almost done. Let's see how many we got so far. 6, 8, 10, 13. I'm hoping I can get one more because I need a plain biscuit. If I don't get the right amount, then I'll just sell a bag short the biscuit and let them know that they're missing a biscuit. But I hate that. And if I ever have extras, I make little bitty biscuits and I take them home. I do have extra biscuits though. Okay, so this was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So really, I didn't get my extra biscuit that I needed. I had just the right to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I did have an extra biscuit. Okay, yes. I better take those biscuits out. These are gorgeous. Spicy cheddar on biscuits, they're awesome. These are my favorite. These are our best seller at the shop. Besides, everyone likes cupcakes and cookies, but people always like, they need those spicy cheddar biscuits. They'll come in and they'll buy a couple packs at a time just so they have some, so they don't run out. They are really good. I like to have them with sausage. What did I eat them with this week? Oh, they're these, I think they're Reds, R-E-D-D. Makes this turkey sausage and egg patties, and I think I got them at Costco. And you just heat those up in the microwave, and they've got cheese. And I'll make a sandwich with the biscuit, and it's really too much. It's like, calorie-wise, it's less than 400 calories. Carb-wise, it's less than 4 carbs. And it's so filling. And there's a lot of protein. These biscuits have a lot of protein in them. And then you've got the egg, the cheese, and the meat. So it's like a meal. Especially, I like to be able to do a third of my protein in one meal if I'm doing 3 meals. Because then I don't have to worry about it. So I think about my protein before I think about anything else when I'm eating. And it's like, what's going to be my protein? And then I work my meal around that. If you are like wondering about keto, and you think, well, there's a lot of fat in keto. Thank you, Clover. You don't have to have all the fat. It's good to have good fat. Coconut oil, foods that have good fat are like nuts, and you don't have to eat a lot of nuts, but you shouldn't eat a lot of nuts. But coconut oil, MCT oil, you just add to like coffee, or you can take some, you can add it to fat bombs. I make an awesome fat bomb with coconut oil, and coconut oil has MCT oil in it. And for my clients, I always give them my recipe, and I say, go make these and keep them in your freezer. And when you're feeling low in energy, or if you get a headache, take one of these and make sure you're drinking a lot of water and getting your electrolytes in. And if you have, sometimes you just get one of those keto headaches that are just horrible, and it's usually because you're dehydrated or you're low in electrolytes, or maybe you just need some energy. Your brain needs some oil for energy, and your body has to, whatever you eat, your body has to digest that before it starts burning your own fat. So it has to metabolize, like when you eat this, it has to metabolize this before it starts eating away your own fat for its energy. So if you were low in energy and your body wasn't burning its fat, getting enough energy fast enough, you could take some MCT oil or something like a fat bomb that's got good oil in it, and within just a couple minutes, your headache will be gone, you'll feel better, and your brain gets that faster than if you were to just rely on your own body, on your own fat stores. So you want to make sure you're getting enough fat, but you don't have to get all the fat that you're allowed. Like if you have someone do your macros. If you want to kind of go, some people go lower fat, but you have to make sure you get your protein, and you don't have to get all your carbs that you're allowed. But you don't need to deprive yourself either. So what I say is, in the first couple weeks, just try to stay in your limits, and then when you're not as hungry anymore, then go further with it. If you get to a plateau. Last batch is in, and I'm late for my call, so I've got to go. But thank you so much. Please join our group. Follow us on here on TikTok. We have a Facebook page, Fathead Fanny, and we ship. We'll be starting shipping again. We just started shipping. Okay, and what else? I also do coaching, so I'll be doing some group coaching and also some personal coaching, but I'm about to get on a call right now. So you guys have a great day, and if you have any comments or anything, just send me a message, friend, or follow us and send me a message, all right? Bye. Thank you, Clover.